Kia ora koutou, welcome back to the Bookshop Detectives vlog. And as usual, we've been having quite an interesting, busy time. So, yeah.
Yes, we have. We've been having a very busy time.
We look like stunned mullets.
We had readers, the Hawke's Bay Readers and Writers Festival last weekend, which was absolutely fantastic. Just brilliant to see authors live. I always find it fascinating and you learn so much. I think my favourite session was the one that you did. Not just because you did it, but because you did very well and also the speakers were excellent. So that was a really, really good session. What was your...
What do you want to say what it was?
Okay. So it was Dominic Hoey, who has just got a book out called 1985. We did his previous book, Poor People with Money, for book club, and it was fantastic. People call him New Zealand's answer to Trent Dalton, whereas I think Trent Dalton is Australia's answer to Dominic Hoey. I think he's a great writer.
He's amazing.
And then we had Irana, who was brilliant as well. He was just
Irana Narewa.
Yeah, he was just fantastic, very interesting, had lots of interesting points. He's very cheeky and a pleasure to listen to. So yeah.
The strongest, like physically, pound for pound, the strongest writer in New Zealand. That is the.
That's what he's going for.
The goal he's going for. I think he might have.
I think he said he used to be an MMA fighter or something, didn't he? It's like, wow.
Teacher and a scrapper and all sorts of things.
And then written these marvellous books. So that's really interesting. So And his latest book is The Last Living Cannibal, is that right?
Yep.
Which we're doing for book club. I haven't read it yet, but I will do because it's for book club in a couple of weeks. What was your favourite session?
It's hard to pick out one, isn't it? Because like Gareth says, I think all of them were just fascinating in their own ways and you learn so much. There was a wonderful session called Pataka Kai, which was about food sovereignty. And we had Dr. Jessica Hutchins, who is a co-author of the book Pataka Kai. And she was with Greta Carney from Harpy Cafe in Napier. So one of our neighbours in Napier.
Neighbours.
And Sam the Trapman, Sam Gibson, and... Roy Mattersmale was the chair, and they just brought same but different perspectives to it, didn't they? Just different aspects of how we source our food, sustainability of our food, and who gets to tell us what we eat. So that was really fascinating. And also a really strong one was Dr. Timothy Timoke. So I will show you his book. If you haven't heard about this book yet, The Unlikely Doctor, his life story is incredible. So... from quite an abusive childhood to being incarcerated for the first time at 14, from being in a gang, to, what did he say? Having single focus. He knew he was smart, he knew he could do these things, and he knew he had potential. And became a doctor, medical doctor at the age of 56. So, I think that is just such an inspiring story for anybody.
Yeah, it was a fantastic session and, your heart bled for him when he was telling you about his childhood. I wouldn't say quite an abusive childhood. I would say from what he was saying. Horrendous childhood. And he's gone on to do great things. So, that was fantastic. And the other one that I really liked was... that Roy Meta on the Friday night was Understanding Tatirity, which was great because she just explained it in a simple way that someone simple like me could understand, but also in a very kind way, in a way that me as a English who has caused many of the problems in the world and be a white person living in New Zealand, an immigrant, didn't make me feel guilty about it. It just made me understand what the issues are. And it was a fantastic session.
Yeah, and why the injustices are still there.
Yeah, and why steps need to be taken now, because it's near history and people are still suffering from bad things that happened, only like 70 or 80 years ago, probably even sooner, more recent than that, really, with lots of the things that are going on. So, yeah. Yeah,
and it tied in really well with Dr. Timoti, didn't it? Because his point was, had a system that's systemically racist not let him down, he would have been a doctor 30 years ago and just think, what what we could have got from him in the past 30 years.
So there were some really brilliant sessions. It was
great. It was a great weekend.
Yeah, one of the strongest readers writers I think they've had. It was superb.
We say that every year, best one ever, but off.
Well, I mean, obviously last year was quite special because, we were there.
The Bookshop detectives were there.
So, that was probably the best year, but,
we still got to poke our noses in, though, didn't we?
We did.
Sold books, I'm on the board, and I chaired one.
And we got to mingle with lots of brilliant authors, so it was fantastic. Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
And then at the same time, it was New Zealand Bookshop Day on the Saturday.
Yes.
So we couldn't really personally get involved in that because we were at all these readers' writers events selling books and doing stuff.
Bookshop Day.
But the shops were still involved. And you have some lovely things there.
Yeah, so Booksellers Aotearoa New Zealand put together these postcards where you can... it's all done now, so don't get excited. But you can go in the draw to win $250 worth of book tokens by writing a love letter to your bookshop. So I just picked out some of them. They were all lovely. But this one's lovely. Dear Wardini Books, I love you because comfort. When there's so much going on in the world, the lovely local bookshop is a place of calm, escapism and joy. Thank you, Wardinis, for making our community extra special. That was written by Fiona. And I also particularly like this one by Brian, who drew a little sunshine on the bottom. Dear team at Wardini Napier, this is very specific. I love you because of the delightful, informative staff, events that have been held, nice background music, interesting collection of books, friendly and helpful staff that have personal interest to know people. I love the place for its down-to-earth feel with local flair and style. I love the art and unique way of being. Thank you for being true, the way you are.
Lovely. Oh, it makes you want to cry. And another thing...
If only we could.
Yes.
With our cold
hearts.
Our
cold, shrivelled hearts of booksellers. If only we could.
Yeah.
And another lovely thing that happened to us was we had an email from a bookseller in America.
In Iowa. Dog-eared Books in Iowa.
Dog-eared Books in Iowa. And our book isn't published in America yet. So if you're an American publisher who wants a fantastic novel series... Just contact
I'm sure there are many of you watching.
I should think you'll be a bidding war as we speak.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to, contact Penguin Australia for publishing our book in America. But because it's not published in America, and this bookseller had read it in Australia when they were visiting, and they own a bookshop. They've got an account with Penguin Australia. So they've arranged for quite a few of our books to be sent there.
Yeah.
And because they said it was like their favourite book of the year, and they loved it. And I can't really say what she said in the email because I'd feel almost embarrassed because it was so lovely. And we're going to probably do a podcast with her and all sorts. So so that was fantastic. It was lovely that because booksellers are our peers, and it was lovely that one of your peers loves your book so much. Really,
and booksellers are by nature collaborative and collegial. So it's lovely to see that going all the way between here and America as well. That was great.
Yeah, so that was fantastic. So we've had a great week, and we got our edit back from our editor yesterday, and there's not too much, there's nothing major. Phew. Obviously, there's always little things that need tweaking and changing, but we haven't got to rewrite anything majorly, we don't think, although we're getting the second part back today. And so we're looking forward to getting that sorted, and that's all on track for April, we believe.
Looking good, yeah. And then another lovely thing that happened is that our Amy loves crafting projects, okay? I hate them. Amy loves them. She was left alone in Kmart. Unsupervised. And she has made something for every single team member. So there are 8 or 10 of us now that I'd have to go through. But we used to have the girls in the shop. They've forever got bits of scraps of paper everywhere. And years ago, I gave them a notebook each and said, write things in your notebook, then you won't lose them. And that's kind of, as things do, gone a bit by the by. So Amy spent a delightful weekend making everybody one of these. A beautiful notebook with Wardini on it. And it's the story goes back to when someone was deporting books from Napier into Havelock North, and we have a box, and everything, cardboard box, and someone had put their box of salad in it, and all the salad dressing leaked on the books, and Amy's kept them, these damaged books, and she's used them to make these beautiful notebooks for us. So thank you, our Amy. That was just delightful.
Yes.
What a lovely girl.
Stevie news. We took Stevie to the beach on Wednesday, and that was lovely. He had
good rampage.
He has the beach he goes to normally, which is nearer, and then he has his favourite beach, which is a bit more of an effort to get to. So we don't go as much.
Very sandy and very lovely.
Very sandy, and it's his favourite beach. And he had a lovely time. He had a lovely time running about. And so that was good.
And he didn't knock anybody over.
No,
so that was good.
And there was a horse, and he was very good and ignored the horse.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I couldn't get to him in time. His recall is variable. And so I thought it was a person walking along the beach, and I thought, holy shit, it's a horse. And Steve's right down there having a snoop, but he kept right away from it. He kept looking at it, but he was like, I'm not sure.
Yeah. That's a big dog. I'm not going to do that one.
Yeah. So that was good.
Not that he'd do anything. He would just be interested.
No, he wouldn't, but he'd just want to play with it.
Just by going there, he might scare it.
And I don't think the horse would like it.
No, but that was all very good. So,
what a good boy.
Yes, we've had a good week. We've had a few book launches.
Yep. Malcolm Ruff's book launch last night, New Zealand Rustic, which is a beautiful, beautiful coffee table book of New Zealand homes. 6 gorgeous New Zealand homes, so check that one out. Yeah,
I think that's been our week.
Yep. Oh, it's Poetry Slam tonight. We'll report back on that in the next one.
Yes.
I always do a found poem of bits of all the competitors' poetry, so I'll try very hard to keep it
and read it
out. Yeah. If you're interested.
I've only ever written one poem, and it's totally unsuitable for anybody, so I won't be reading that out.
Yep.
Although I did send it to Ruth Shaw, Bookshop at the End of the World, because she really wanted to hear it. And she was at Readers Writers Festival, and she was like, when are you going to release your book of poems? I was like, my book of poem? Never.
No.
Because nobody should hear it.
Nobody else should hear that.
But she did appreciate it, so that's good.
Yep. It was quite political. Let's just leave it at that.
Yes.
All right. Is that us?
Yes, I think that's us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for listening to us, if you've got this far. And we'll see you next time.
Yes.
Mā te wā.